Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
And it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. Now, we have some interesting facts of compilation of analytics from GrubHub on their 2024. What was most delivered to you in Chicago, whatever you ordered. And there was a ton of this delivered. Now, I'll get to that last. Kenzie guessed either a literal elephant or French fries.
Yeah.
A ton of those.
I thought you were to throw me off. Like, you won't believe. Like, what was a ton? Ha, 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 ha. An elephant got dropped off.
I want to see someone order an elephant on GrubHub, by the way.
One elephant, please.
Where do you get an elephant?
GrubHub.
Oh, fair enough. Asked and answered.
I was going to say a zoo. But I don't want people going out to steal an elephant and then saying, I heard it on Brian and Kenzie to steal an elephant today.
That'd be good publicity, though.
There's not one at Lincoln Park Zoo, right?
There's gotta be.
We were there for the light show.
Find me a zoo that doesn't have an elephant. That's a zoo that's going to go out of business.
I don't think the animals are still out. It's a bit nipply.
I just mean in general that they have an elephant there.
Wow, the Lincoln Park Zoo no longer has elephants. They stopped having them in 2005. Or in 2010, actually, it looks like.
When they say stopped having them, is there like an incident where they're like, no more elephants?
No, it's sad. It's sad. They just they don't have elephants anymore. That's all you need to know.
Let's gloss over that. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
They don't have elephants
No more
anymore.
elephants.
Boy, are we acting like the mainstream media glossing over stuff. Damn media.
I'm sorry, I'm a sellout.
You are a fake.
And by the way, so about the ton delivered by GrubHub. Club.
Yeah,
Well,
9 to a Twisted Christmas in the books.
well, honestly, to be fair, a lot of people guessed liquor. Or ranch, like the liquid ranch. It could be that. Or what Case said, ketchup. And somebody, Eric checked in from Tinley Park and said, is it Jardiniere? Because it's Chicago. People ordered a ton of Jardiniere. It would be great.
Delicious.
Again, we'll tell you what it is in about a minute because I want to get through some of the other ones first.
Okay.
First off, 40% of GrubHub orders in Chicago contain some sort of chicken. Somebody said it was chicken wings, a ton of chicken wings.
Chicken.
But any kind of chicken was ordered. 40%, so almost half the orders had chicken in it. There was a 14% increase in pickles.
Wow, big year for the pickle.
Yeah, I don't know why. Is there something going on with pickles I don't know about?
Maybe more pregnancies.
Yeah.
Well, it was a monumentous year for cucumber, but that's different than a pickle.
Why cucumber trending in 2024?
Cucumber went big on TikTok this year. There were giant cucumber trends of people trying new things. This sounds dirty. Trying new things with their cucumbers.
And that's Case's FYP.
That's right. I mean, honestly, to be, that thing you're talking about, the cucumber, that's old school. That's not new.
No, this was people trying like new salads and things like that.
I'm sure there's salads all over your FYP. Good comeback. I don't think so.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And in case you're going to love this, Dr. Pepper was the most ordered soda by GrubHub.
I was just going to say this. Weren't people putting pickle juice in Dr. Pepper? Maybe that's why.
Well, maybe I missed that because it said both pickles and Dr. Pepper were surging this year. Maybe people do that. They put
people are
pickles
putting
in.
pickle juice in it.
What? That's just on the TikTok thing too. I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? With disgust. I just said people are putting pickle juice in the Dr. Pepper. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I don't know why.
You look at me like you want to punch me in the face.
That's not true.
I'm just saying people were drinking it.
I want more information. Why did that start? Where did that come from?
People just like that flavor, like that bitterness of the pickle juice, like that sour, in their sodas. Again, I don't know why you're looking at me like this.
And again, it helps hydrate you because pickle juice is the greatest hydrator of all.
It really is.
So Case gets it really is.
No, pickle juice.
I say it.
Well,
I was actually wanting more information of what you delivered. It was a compliment. I'm not looking at you mean.
People are really into it.
Yeah. Now, the 2,000 pounds, the over a ton of the things delivered by GrubHub in Chicago was not anything anybody said. Not an elephant, not fries, not a mouse in a house. It was cottage cheese. They delivered over a ton of cottage cheese. GrubHub
So like
did.
a restaurant that uses it for something?
No,
Because I don't.
No, people ordered it. Now, Harper, my daughter, loves cottage cheese, which is it's healthy in a way for you, I think.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, cottage cheese, I would never eat cottage cheese.
The thing about cottage cheese is you take one bite and you go, oh my God, I have to have more cottage cheese. This is amazing. And then you take your second bite and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about it that, do you ever put pineapple in your cottage cheese? That's what I do.
I don't think I've ever had cottage cheese.
Really?
I can't recall.
Thank you. I've never had cottage
what,
cheese.
You guys? Wait.
Well, clearly it's good. People are ordering
They're
it.
ordering tons of it.
Yeah.
If you do cottage cheese and you get like the can of pineapple and you put the juice in there in a few pieces, it's actually very good because it's like sweet.
Yeah.
I love that. That's what we do in our household.
So it's sweet and cheesy? Does it taste cheesy, cottage cheese?
Well, no, it doesn't. I mean, it tastes like cheese, but it's not cheesy like pull apart like a quesadilla. Obviously, not one that Case makes. We all know how that turns out.
Yeah.
Your
But like
heritage.
a cheesy, a pull apart quesadilla. Not like that.
Yeah.
But it tastes like cheese.
Yeah.
It's more creamy.
Well, yeah, I've scooped it out for Harper, and it just looks like, I'm like, this is cheese?
It looks nasty.
It does. It's not nasty.
The texture,
creamy.
it's hard to clean up, too. You try to rub it, it goes like markers on a island. It doesn't just pick up.
Well, yeah, when the little bubbles break down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, cottage cheese. I mean, I think people should just be getting cheddar cheese.
Yeah, right?
I mean, a pound, a ton
I
of,
can't believe that that's the most ordered cheese on GrubHub. I can't believe that.
a ton of cottage cheese in 2024. You people are savages out there. taking it up.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just gave you the fact that makes your brain go. GrubHub delivered 1 ton of cottage cheese in 2024 to y'all out there in Chicago. It's one of the facts in their analytics of breaking down the year. And I guess, a lot of people are into it. Kenzie's certainly into it. And Tanya said, so cottage cheese with diced pickles, yellow mustard, and the everything but the bagel seasoning, it's fire.
Yes.
Wow. But
Go
also,
off.
you could put that everything but the bagel seasoning on anything, and it's going to make it 10 times better. So good.
I like it on the bagel, and then it's just everything.
Thank you. Is it everything? Is it an everything bagel seasoning or everything but the bagel seasoning?
It's the everything but the bagel because the bagel's not in the seasoning. The bagel itself, but the seasoning.
Isn't it
All right.
everything bagel seasoning? Because it tastes like an everything bagel.
No, she said it's called everything but the bagel seasoning. I think she's right.
Maybe it's just an everything bagel, and then when you sell the seasoning separately, it's everything but the bagel.
I can
Correct,
buy that.
correct.
That's a leap that I can make.
Yeah.
I think this is what's happening
All right,
here.
I follow.
Because I
Yeah.
just like everything. Because I like a bagel to be
Oh, I
part
love
of
the bagel.
Hello.
Come on now.
Come on.
I went through a big bagel phase about a year ago.
Amen.
Yeah.
What a schmear.
How do you get out of a bagel phase? Bagels are amazing.
Here's what happens with my breakfast food. I go all in for 4 or 5 months, and then I get burnout. This happened with peanut butter and jelly in the morning. This happened with cereal in the morning. This happened with bagels in the morning. Right now,
Waffles?
Waffles was my last one.
I know.
Kenzie had your
I was
number
so
on that.
into K's.
And now the Jimmy Dean sausage breakfast croissant. Brian, I go to bed at night so I can wake up and have one of these at 3:30 in the morning. I'm obsessed. I dip them in the Chick-fil-A sauce. I can't get enough. 4 months from now, I'll be burnt out on them. I'll have to go to something new. But bagels, I had, and then I got burnt out.
You
Yeah.
remember his bagel phase? He'd come in with a bag of them. He kept a bag of bagels in his studio. You don't remember that?
He brought in the family bag of bagels.
Yeah, he had a bagel. That's stacked. There was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because he'd walk in and be like, you don't need a bagel? And I'm like, I'm fine.
The only thing I remember is your muffin phase.
I went through a muffin phase. We've worked together a long time now. You see me go through a lot of different breakfast phases.
I came in at the end of the muffin phase. Because you had
His muffin era.
it's like I knew the muffin man, and then he ceased to exist
Yeah,
after
I
that.
went to bagels after that.
I know, it was pretty quick after I got here.
He went down Drury Lane and we never saw him again.
I know,
The
he's
muffin
gone.
man.
He's gone. We don't bring him up like the elephants.
Well, he'd bring it up because every time I put a Costco picture up, he goes, so you didn't get me any of those muffins when you were there.
Well,
And
that's because, Brian, Mr. Costco, Brian used to go to Costco and get me this great 6-pack of blueberry muffins that were the size of my head.
they're
They were
huge.
humongous.
They're great.
I don't know why he stopped doing that. I never said don't buy me the muffins anymore.
Because at some point, I can't buy you muffins every time I go to Costco.
Really? That's where you're going to make your Costco cut?
I got to make a stand somewhere. Yeah, I can't, there's a line, in case you probably haven't seen the movie A Bronx Tale, that's got to be on the list for next year.
I actually have. My dad's one rule before I left for college was I had to watch A Bronx Tale because what's the line? There's nothing worse than wasted potential.
Wasted talent.
Wasted talent.
Wasted talent.
My dad made me watch A Bronx Tale before I left for college. He said that you need to remember that when you leave.
And you
home.
didn't remember it? You got the line wrong.
Well, I was close.
Have you seen A Bronx Tale, Kenzie?
I think so.
Well, the line I'm thinking of is when the mobster's in there and he talks about how he has to Chaz Palminteri playing the Godfather, if you will, in that one, and he talks about how he has to treat his guys, and he goes, "I treat them good, but not too good, because if I treat them too good, then what do they need me for?"
Is that your relationship with me?
Yes, because I can give you muffins now and then, but if I gave you muffins all the time, you're going to get soft and you're going to think I'm a weak and all that.
Okay, now I feel like I haven't seen a Bronx Tale. Is that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio where there's like a bunch of gangs and they're fighting?
That's The Departed.
No, it's not The Departed.
Oh, Gangs of New York. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's it.
Departed has Robert De Niro and Chaz Palminteri, and I don't know if there's any other famous actors in that, to be honest.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I haven't seen a lot of movies. I love A Bronx Tale.
I believe Chaz Palminteri did the one-man play of that. He wrote it. It was about his life, and he did it over at the Hard Rock in Indiana. I believe he did the performance
sounds
there.
right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. I know he did it. I just can't remember where it was.
He does it all
To be
over.
honest, I'm just reading the description.
Mm-hmm.
As he grows into a teenager on the streets of the Bronx, in the socially turbulent, your dad's like, my son Case needs to watch this and relate while you're in Indiana on a farm.
I don't know if relate. It's just a good story. There's good messages in that movie. It's also a really interesting movie. It deals with the intersection of race and Italians and African Americans. It's a very interesting movie.
Was your dad like, you're going to the city, don't mix with people?
That's not what he said.
Is that what he was doing?
It was more of a message to assimilate.
Yo,
Okay.
Kenzie, there's another message in this movie that maybe you can relate to. Well, I didn't really think we'd get off on a Bronx Tale arc here.
I love it.
Maybe I know you
That's
got
what every
to.
morning show should be talking about today.
First off, Case is watching Home Alone tomorrow for his Christmas movie.
Oh my God, yes!
We're not going to change it to a Bronx Tale, but we'll do that in January. Maybe we'll do a Bronx Tale. So, Kenzie, there's a scene where this mobster. See, the problem is Robert De Niro is not the mobster in this movie. He's the good, hardworking bus driver dad. And he tries to put morals into his son, and the mobster is corrupting his son. So the son goes to the mobster for some questions about he has a first date. And the mobster goes, you're going to take my car. But here's what you do to test out if she's a good woman or not. This is a great test, Kenzie. Okay. He says, when you get out of the car, you go over to the car and open the door for her. Wait a minute. Am I screwing it up?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Damn it. I want to get this right. Hold on. Listen, it's Twisted Week. I've been up for 2 nights straight.
You guys quoting this movie is making it awful. This is the worst
No.
table read ever. What?
Let me get this right, Kenzie. I
So
need
you get out of the car. Are these instructions on how to get out of the car?
No, slow down. Just let me slow down for a second. I need this. Kenzie, just give me a
You were
minute.
going pretty slow.
I know, but I gotta go slower.
It wasn't like you were speeding through.
I know. I got to go slower. So,
Oh my God.
okay, I got it now. Here's what it is.
Okay.
So, on your first...
It's the door test.
It's the door test that you do with a woman to see if she's a good woman or not. So, you get out of the car, you open the door for her. You open the door and let her sit in your car. You make sure that your door, when you get out of the car, is locked. This is the old days when you had to open a car door with your hand.
So you get out of your car, you lock it, you walk to the side, you unlock it, you let her in, and you relock it.
You lock your door, the driver door, okay? You open her door and let her in.
Okay.
She's sitting in the car with her door.
Okay.
Your driver door is locked, okay? You're walking back over to the driver door to take off. If she doesn't reach over and open your door for you, unlock it for you, she's a selfish pig, dump her, and never see her again. That's the rule.
Why? What? I don't even think you can just lock one door.
See, you could in the 1950s,
Okay.
60s.
I
Was
would be like, why would I assume the door's locked? We just got in.
I understand that this is dated to this reference. It wouldn't work today, probably.
So she's supposed to get her ass on the seat in her dress to lean, because I'd have to get on the seat to lean all the way over.
What do you mean on the seat? You're sitting on the seat.
No, but I'd have to probably get my knees on the seat to be able to reach the door. That's what I'm supposed to do?
Well, maybe not under 5'2".
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
also in the 50s, cars were smaller. It's not like Robert De Niro was driving an Escalade.
I have to be honest, I disagree.
No, they
I
were
feel like
bigger.
They were huge.
They were bigger?
Yeah.
Think about how long those cars were. I know. Okay, I'd have to get out of the car, go to the other side, and open his door to be able to reach it.
Okay, so right off the bat, Kenzie would not pass this test.
I can't reach it.
You can't get up and just kneel for a second to open the door for your boyfriend, your
But
new
it could have
boyfriend.
all been avoided.
But it's a
Why are we
test.
doing this?
It's a test to see if you're caring, if you have empathy for. It's not a stupid test. It's a really good test.
I've been de-influenced from watching this movie.
De-influenced, meaning you don't want to watch it?
Yes.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. But that's the test. That's the door test.
I mean, if that was your takeaway for the movie, I don't know.
I guarantee everybody on the text line relates to this test and thinks it's the best test out there. He says, if she opens the door for you, she's a very caring girl, you should marry her.
It'd be hilarious if she stole the car. She's in it and his door's locked. It'd be awesome.
There's no part of the test where that is an answer to
Grand Theft
anything on
Auto.
it. Yeah, it's too bad.
Ugh.
That's the door test. And there's our Bronx Tale breakdown here, like 6 minutes in the morning. I didn't even
Everybody
plan on
loved it. This is fantastic radio.
That's right. Remember, treat your people good, but not too good also, because they don't need you anymore. All right, here we go. It's Gil Curtis with Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Today is Gingerbread House Day, or as millennials and Gen Z know it, my parents' gingerbread basement day. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have split. No word on who gets custody of the brain cell. Subway will offer a foot-long Oreo cookie, thus continuing America's long, proud tradition of going to Subway for anything but a sandwich. In sports, quarterback Joe Burrow's home was robbed while he was playing on Monday night. But the good thing about being a Cincinnati Bengal, you have no trophies to steal. And Rob Schneider is creating a daytime talk show to rival The View. It'll be called The Suck. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Giovanni and the Hired Guns, Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a fact that makes your brain just go. And it comes from GrubHub, a little recount of 2024 of what people bought the most of. 1 ton of one item specifically in Chicagoland, but we'll save that for a second. First off, chicken was included in 40% of GrubHub restaurant orders in 2024. I mean, that makes sense. There's so many different kinds of chicken wings. That's about it.
Well,
I can't think of anything else.
It's weird to order a type of chicken that isn't a wing, right? I don't know of anybody that's GrubHubbing a breast.
I mean, there's rotisserie chickens.
Do you mean like a, what do you mean? Like a chicken breast?
Yeah. What restaurant has that other than Boston Market? Pour one out.
Well,
Yeah.
like a lot of fried chicken is breasts.
Yeah, but do people order? I'm not a breast guy.
Well,
When
I
you're
mean,
having fried chicken, you just want a wing?
I want a tender ideally, but I'll take a wing.
Well, okay, a tender's a completely different thing. Like real good fried chicken, bone in. You want a wing?
I want boneless wings or chicken tenders. I don't want a thigh or a bone-in wing.
this is all chicken that's been deboned and lumped into some big pile and then separated either into tenders,
So
nuggets, or
there's
that.
breast in there and other things.
That's usually breast meat, right? Nuggets?
And probably other things. And there's a lot of repurposing and
Well,
nuggets.
If it's white meat, it's breast meat, right?
I think.
I thought so. I thought.
I think there's just other things. I'm not even talking about chicken.
I just
Chicken
want
to
some
a
chicken
nugget.
right now. That's all I
that
know.
sounds good.
GrubHub also added that there was a 14% increase in orders of pickles in 2024.
You see it?
And Dr. Pepper was the most ordered soda in 2024.
Delicious.
Sometimes the Dr. Pepper is exactly what the doctor ordered for. It is really the
It has
thing
a
that
good
hits just
name.
right. Yeah, it really does.
Not a fan. Not a fan. I just give me Coke and I'm good.
Yeah, you just Coke.
Just Coke. It's medicine-y. Dr. Pepper to me. I know I'm on
Well,
the.
doctor. What part of doctor did you not understand?
Give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Keep going.
No, that's all I got.
No. Share with the class.
Yeah. And
Back
finally,
to
what they did they shipped a ton of GrubHub was cottage cheese.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because it's not even, I cook a lot. It's certainly not the most common ingredient. Like, if it was olive oil, I'd be like, oh, yeah, people need that all the time with butter, olive oil. Because, like, I don't understand.
I don't either. I've never had cottage cheese, let alone wanted to order it.
That's so weird that you've never had it.
I don't know where would it have come up? Like, you know, like
I
we're
mean,
gonna.
'cause most people have had stuff.
I know I've had a lot of things. I'm very open to all cultures and all different kinds of food. But you know,
Very political of you.
By the way,
It sounds like you're running for president.
I am all for all cultures and their food.
I don't think it's a huge cultural thing. Just calm down. I don't think you're going to offend this massive group. I just got a text, just a separate text, not to the station, to my personal phone that said, Case is an idiot. A tender is part of a breast. Just to my phone. These are personal people I know.
Yep.
Is it somebody I know?
Adjacent to me.
Okay, all right.
Kari. Shout out to Kari.
We'll discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss that later. I'm with Brian. I've never had cottage cheese. I don't know what I would have it with. I don't even know how to get it, other than I guess GrubHub.
I will say, I think it's really good with pineapple. And then this morning we were talking about this, and a lot of people said have it with peaches. I could see that. It's good with the sweet. However, the first and only time someone's ever told me to do this, they said have it with chicken pot pie. It becomes
What?
extremely like creamy and cheesy, like it enhances the flavor. And I'm like, I can see it. I've never tried it, but I can see it.
Well, I have a question. Why? Because chicken pot pie is delicious on its own.
Everything so is ice cream, but you turn them into sundaes.
That's a whole different conversation.
But everything could always be more delicious. That's what I'm saying.
Not everything. Some things are just fine, like chicken pot pie.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? If chicken pot pie is done right, it does not need cottage cheese on top.
You could say that about an ice cream flavor, but I'm still always going to put hot fudge and cherry juice and sprinkles of whipped cream on it.
I don't care how good the ice cream is. It's always better with all those things.
Well, a lot of things are always better with something else.
No.
Can I make a confession while you two fight?
Sure.
I've never had a chicken pot pie.
Oh, my God. I can't handle it today. I can't do it.
Let's keep your text open there. Who's going to come through on it? Case is an idiot.
But
Piece of crap.
I'll be honest. I don't know what it is.
I just looked at this. Okay, I love this human being. I love her. I love Kari. The text above, Case is an idiot. And this is the last time she texted me and said, does Case live under a rock? He literally knows nothing about life. Was the text before like 2 weeks ago?
Well, that tracks.
It's unbelievable.
That tracks. There you go. That's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 1 ton of cottage cheese was ordered on GrubHub in 2024 by y'all. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You ever apologize for something much later for something that you took your stand on? You planted your flag and you fought against something. And then later on you realized, you know what, I was wrong. And you apologize to that person later. Or maybe it's just still in your head and you want to apologize. You're thinking about it because you care about that person possibly to, you know what, my bad. No one does that enough. Everybody wants to fight their opinion to death. And then even if they know they're wrong, they just keep fighting it. Deny till you die. This would be a healthy thing. Well, this happened with somebody. It's a viral text that went around. And here's what it was, and here's what they were apologizing for. That's the ridiculous part. So here's how it goes out. Hey, Zach, I know we haven't talked in years. Again, this is a text to someone from years later. So I know we haven't talked in years. And this probably seems kind of out of nowhere. But there's a thing that's been weighing on me for a while. I just felt like it would be best for me to say something about it instead of leaving it be. There was that one time that me and you were out, and we were at In-N-Out Burger, and you said you wished they had barbecue sauce because it seemed like their burgers would be really good with barbecue sauce. I said, no way. That would be terrible. And you're so wrong, and it's so wrong for their burgers. But I was wrong. Their burgers are great with barbecue sauce. Me and the wife have brought them home and tried them this way several times now. And it always reminds me of how wrong I was on that day. Anyways, I hope you can forgive me. I've just been mortified knowing what I said that day. I hope you can forgive me. And let me know when you see this. That's the end.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet. It cannot be overstated that this message starts with the line, I know we haven't talked in years. Before launching into a barbecue sauce related soliloquy.
Wouldn't it be funny if he had slept with his girlfriend and that's why they stopped talking and he's apologized?
Why do you think they stopped talking? That's such a great question.
Because it's the barbecue sauce really wasn't the problem.
Because you don't have a barbecue sauce conversation with somebody that isn't a friend. They were very clearly tight at some point in life.
Anyways, sorry about effing your mom also, but the barbecue sauce has really resonated with me.
Well, you know what? Baby steps. He's starting with an apology for the barbecue sauce. Later, he'll apologize for bending his girlfriend over the hood of his car and ending that relationship.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm just assuming what might have happened there when you guys took us down that path.
Exactly.
And I don't know if anybody out there has done something like this. A lot of people, you're wrong in an argument, you just sit with it. It was weighing on Zach. This part of it was weighing on him that he was upset that he was wrong about barbecue sauce on In-N-Out Burgers, which you never had one. They're okay. They're on the West Coast only, I would say Rocky Mountains, California. Yeah. I've had them in Arizona. I live in Arizona for a little bit. I think they're good, but I think they're overrated as far as online. People going the best burger ever. It's not the best burger ever. It's really good.
Oh, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
Fine. It's fine. Maybe better with barbecue sauce.
I was going to say, imagine that.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, apparently.
So if you've ever had that kind of thought in your head, please hit us up at 312-591-8300 of maybe you did actually apologize for something later that you knew you were wrong about.
My thing is, so somebody actually reached out to me Okay. My ex reached out to me and he texted me, he was like, can you talk? And I'm like,
Oh, jeez. That's the worst 3 words ever in the history of language.
And he's like, no. I just want to have a phone call. I'm going to leave you alone forever. And he called me and I'm like,
I'm going to leave you alone forever except for right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And so he called me. Now, this is the kind of ex who did a lot of bad stuff. He got a girl pregnant while we were together. Like, this is a bad ex. And
Someone that wasn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not me.
Someone else.
I did not get pregnant.
No. Someone else got pregnant while he was dating you.
That sounds bad. I follow.
Found out from a text from her. I'm like, so sorry I missed the gender reveal. Sorry about that.
Sired another child.
Yes. So anyways, he calls me and he's like, I just really want to apologize. I treated you really bad. He started listing all these things that they were all really bad. And I'm like, yeah, no, that stuff was bad. And he goes, anyways, I've been having a lot of bad luck lately. And all I can think about is how bad I treated you. And maybe that's why my life's not going good. So I just wanted to apologize. And I go, wait. Are you apologizing because you want things to go better for you? And he's like, yeah. And then he goes, and like, I don't know. Maybe if you've been trying to like put anything on me. I go, what do you mean put anything on you? And he's like a spell or voodoo. I go, are you effing kidding me? And I go, what if I never did witchcraft. I don't understand where this is coming from.
That's not true.
I want a sound machine, damn it. But he accused me of witchcraft or voodoo and then admitted he was only apologizing because he wanted things to start going better for him. And I go, I have to be honest. If you were hoping to get good karma, I don't think it's going to happen after this phone conversation.
Because if you thought I was a witch before, wait till the spell I'm putting on you now.
I actually am mad. I didn't think about doing voodoo, so I'm going to go Google it.
Wow. So that is
That's
a reach.
I've ever received.
Also, I appreciate the hustle, what he's trying to do there.
Oh, but I love where his head's at. I would be in that same boat if I was him. I love that.
Listen, my luck's bad, so if I apologize for it sounds like a myriad of bad things he did.
Lots of bad things.
Besides siring another child with it. That was just one you just said. You didn't even say the other ones.
He's like, remember when I threw you into a closet? I go, I do.
Oh, boy. That's bad.
Kenzie, you do understand, though, that witchcraft is very within the realm of your possibility.
Why? I've never done it.
We're just saying if you went down that path, if you did some kind of research and maybe, get the reps in, I think you could do some witchcraft on somebody. I think you could do it.
I'll take it as a compliment.
It is, actually.
Glass half full.
I will.
312-591-8300. Have you ever thought of something that you want to apologize for later? I think it's healthy to do that. Get it off your plate. Not in Kenzie's situation with that guy, but, this guy's an argument about barbecue sauce. I have an apology that is kind of a blanket statement because I can't target one person with it necessarily. But I have firmly, for my entire life, despised flip-flops and sandals. I think they're the worst things ever invented.
Now, why do you think that? Because you, and I don't mean to put your business on the street, you do like feet.
I do like feet.
And I would think that the flip-flop would be advantageous to what you like.
I like them on other people. Ladies, my wife. I love them.
Ladies.
Love them.
So you hate wearing them?
I hate them. I think they're the most uncomfortable things ever invented. They're stupid. I've never...
They're stupid.
Why would you want that to have to fly off your foot all the time? And I have size 13 flat feet.
Fly off of your foot? How are you launching your shoe every step?
Every step is a crash landing.
They don't stay on. I don't have that arch. I have flat feet, so they just fly off every time I walk. I have to go chase it down and put them on.
Chase it down.
Now, a great listener last year bought me Birkenstocks when I talked about this, which are ones that are closed. They have the two straps over to hold them on.
Yeah.
My long, flat, narrow feet. And you know what? When I wore them last past summer, it was amazing. It was beautiful, and it changed my perspective on life. And I've been wearing them every day. I haven't really said that on the air yet, but I go home and I take off my pants and I put on those Birkenstocks every day when I leave the show. Every day. And
you feel better.
I do, and it's been years I fought against this, and I really sincerely apologize to everybody. I have said you're stupid for wearing flip-flops or sandals. Everybody, there's a long list. I can't narrow it to one person.
You want to list off a few?
Well, my wife starts number one, even though I love her feet and seeing them like that.
Big foot guy?
I love her feet.
I love her
I'm
feet.
seeing them like that. Like they're in some kind of, like they're bent over a couch or something.
In that foot position. I love that. But I've said this to so many people. The list is way too long. The President of the United States.
Yeah,
I said that to him. Yes, of course.
So you wear Birkenstocks every day.
Every day now I go home, I take off my pants, I put on Birkenstocks. The ones that our listener, his name fails me right now. I'm so sorry. But they're not cheap. They're over $100.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you join a drum circle and a commune also? How have Birkenstocks changed your life?
Yeah, I'm starting a Dead and Company cover band.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.